Good morning. Today's vlog's gonna be a little bit different. You're still gonna say it back though, right? We're gonna be leaving this room, actually, and we're gonna go on a little bit of a hike. So my buddy Jake, which you guys saw in the last video that I went to get donuts with, suggested that we go out to do a hike in West Vancouver. I mean, while we're already getting donuts. So after we got the donuts, we actually left to go on this hike. And this hike is called the Brothers Creek Trail. Pretty easy hike, but we ran into a few hiccups.
Nice. So where did you bring me exactly? What rapey dungeon are you taking me to?
If you're someone that's new to hiking, can I just recommend one thing? Look up the hike before you let your friend convince you to go on it. Look, I'm a pretty coordinated person, and I'm reasonably fit. I mean, I do walk a lot, but I'd be lying if I said that I was outdoorsy. Even though I like being outdoors, I'm not outdoorsy. I'm a fair weather golfer. I'm not hiking in the rain, you know what I mean? And if you remember last video, it was pouring freaking rain. And if you didn't know this about where I live, Vancouver, British Columbia, it is a literal rainforest. It's raining all the time. And if you aren't an active hiker, a great resource you can use is an app or a website called All Trails. They pretty much have like quite literally all trails, especially in the BC area. It's very common here. It's very popular. You can kind of go there to get reviews on trails from people that have actually done them. It's like Yelp, but for hiking. The first clip that I showed you guys was from the All Trails app. And if you go to one of the reviews on the All Trails app for this hike specifically, you'll know that thanks to Raphael, I would have known that there was no bathrooms, which didn't really bother me so much, that it was free, which is never a concern for anyone, definitely a budget-friendly hike, but that it had a small parking lot. And by small parking lot, there is literally no parking lot. It's just at the end of a random residential street. So if you ever try to do this hike because you saw it here, just know if you're looking for a parking lot, it doesn't exist. The weather, while raining outside, wasn't all that bad, because as you can see here, the rainforest really helps to canopy the trail. So really, while you're hiking in the rain, you're not really, because you have all this tree cover around you. And there's something honestly about being someone with ADHD that getting yourself into a forest like this and focusing on just where your next step is going to be kind of turns your brain off from all the other stimulus you need. So if you're someone that lives with ADHD, on top of getting yourself some activity, I highly recommend exercising outside where possible.
It's funny, my brain like turns off. Like when I get into this area, I love it because it's the one thing that shuts my ADHD brain down naturally, because you're like, you're stimming so hard to just find your step. Yeah, you're like, I don't have time to add music and sound effects in my head.
I mean, seriously, just listen to this. That's what real ASMR should be. Now, granted, not all of you live in British Columbia like I do and have access to this, but this is one of the reasons why I pay the British Columbia tax. You may be wondering,
Edin, what is the British Columbia tax?
the extremely high cost of living.
Oh my God, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck?
Like, it's literally the highest ever, anywhere. Okay, well, it's lower than Los Angeles and New York, but there's far fewer job opportunities. Now, let's get a few things crystal clear here. I told you I'm not a good hiker, and I told you I'm fairly fit. But if you think for a second that my voice didn't sound like I just fresh walked up a set of stairs the entire time,
100%.
you are Delulu. So Jake and I followed the trail, which isn't exactly the most well-marked trail, but because of the large amounts of rain and the extremely high amounts of wind that we've been getting the last 2 or 3 weeks, most of the trail seemed to have just washed away due to the water.
I always say we're here for a good time, not a long time. This person had a good time. That's for sure.
But anyway, after about an hour and a half of trudging through the mud and through the fairly challenging terrain, we headed back to the car because it was pretty clear that just like in this review, that our good friend Raphael left and our friend Mary left on December 10th, it looks like they also couldn't finish the trail. And so we couldn't make it to the waterfall, but it was a nice walk nonetheless. Certainly a fantastic way to utilize some of those donuts for some energy. But just a few seconds before we got to the car, as any good friend should, Jake gave me some feedback on how my videos have been going, because much like you guys at home, he actually watches them. So shout out to you guys. But this is his feedback, so please let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. I'm genuinely curious.
Hence why I edit the way I do, is just because it scratches an itch in my brain.
Only feedback that I have.
Okay, do it.
When you put the logo up.
Yeah.
You have to do like dry fast on it. You have to be like.
All right, I'm down.
More like you than this, like,
Then the pop, yeah.
not pop.
Oh, you mean the intro one?
Intro.
Yeah, the intro. Got it.
5 minutes later.
Shout out to the dollar store video we made the other day because I am soaking wet and I'm about to destroy these cup noodles with some eggs. I feel like that would just hit the spot. I also, off camera, did consume this entire thing of Dole branded pineapple chunks that you can get at Costco. These ones are the best. I don't know why, the quality. Wow, pardon me. The quality of these ones though, for real, is like, it's always good. They're never like tart, they're just all super sweet. So if you ever see these gold pineapples in a can, incredible quality. I can't believe I'm saying that about a canned fruit, but incredible. I could eat like 50 cans in a row, but I don't because that would be expensive and high in sugar.
I don't think you have any idea how fast I really am. I'm fast as fuck, boy.